Mon frère no mami, mon frère no mami, mon frère Bediako, Nana Kwame Bediako, Mane Dija, Kojo. Mon frère no mami, mon frère Bediako, Nana Kwame Bediako, Mane Dija, Kojo. Hey. Obaso ana wa share. Ow, emwe tutu. Esweri twin, enyeria next year. Ah, mon frère no mami, mon frère Bediako, Nana Kwame Bediako, Mane Dija, Kojo. Mon frère no mami, mon frère Bediako, Nana Kwame Bediako, Mane Dija, Kojo. Mon frère no mami, mon frère Bediako, Nana Kwame Bediako, Mane Dija, Kojo. Ow. What's so I Ebeti, and you view Ebeti, yes, I see more stress one, yes, I soon that year. It's one of my tinting, and oh, baby, and possible, Every Obaso, but money is a ship program. Obaso, I know I share. Freedom is coming, yeah. Oh, you're ready to pay. When you feel mon friend, oh, mommy, mon friend, oh, mommy, mon friend, Bediako, Nana Kwame Bediako, Mane Dija, Kojo. Mon frère no mami, mon frère Bediako, Nana Kwame Bediako, Mane Dija, Kojo. Mon frère no mami, mon frère no mami. Ebusia Obaso ano abomode se obehye program na mami na yendi nkoma wa ha. Obaso a kakra mesre wan se bomode na se obehye program na mami na ene no me no betwetwe nkomo pa nkoma amoro betwetwe no very much important pa. Enti Obaso a the only thing that you can do to support us is to share the program and make sure say over like it as well. Now also I drop a comment fe ewo comment section asin. Abisia for ebedi nkomo kakra. Jacob Caesar. Cheddar.
What's up, Kimane? Yo, what's with you? Say, Bomua. One and the what's up, Kimane? Yo, what's with you? Say, Bomua. One and the Yammy Battery, Yafra, be pen. Yanni didn't want to send no more friend of mammy. More friend of mammy. More friend Bediako. Nana Kwame Bediako. Mane Dija. Kojo. More friend of mammy. More friend Bediako. Nana Kwame Bediako. Mane Dija. Kojo. Osnono. Let it be. Namedia Niasa. Chiano. Emwatutu. Esuwato. And Yariana. Mon frère no mami, mon frère Bediako, Nana Kwame Bediako.
Okay, so ebusia for mesre say Obaso anu abomoni asa obehye program na me na yindi komo kakra nti mesre aro for Obaso abomoni asa obehye. You bedi komo, we are coming to reason together. So let me know your comment also at the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if today be your first time. And share the program. And let's have some discussion together. Okay. I wish for you should be a summary was good with me. And I know me space not team me space the team and go tell the lectures would me say some I about nutrition no. Esewani na enye say e ka kire eniti mesre say Obaso na wabomodi na say obehye program na mame na me no ba be din komo a very much important pa enyoma bi koso ewo social media ene ne platform yi so a edika nsem ni bi wo ha o say ye bomodi na yedi hu komo na ye kan wasem so because nsem ni bi wo ha se ne bidin kan edika enyoma bi koso na mpinifo wasem bi omuka say if you did not recognize someone no one will also recognize you. Me brofo no nye nti more of my message ni bi wo ha me de be kono me fantimu se ne be ya ye bete ho ase na aya na me nuanum ni bi mu follow me other continent nti na me pese me camp of kakra but me kan abisisi se ewiase mpinifo kasem bi se wan ma onyanko entwedu a enya de a wo so betwa nkron enti nipa ne binimu no ma amaye twetwa nanti ne se obi konkan a na ayemo se sai nipa no mu twetwa ne nanti na mo se no vision no. I am telling you for the last time and for the first time enya de a mo be succeed enti se wo ye obi a twetwa onkofo nanti a mesere se obejai hwe enche bia ena ye election last 8 years na mesere nipa 5 na woso wa oba so anu like na mo share program no mama ye hondo so na yendi nkombo mama ye hondo so mo share program no mama mo share mama all the social handles all the platform mesere se mo share programming ewiase se wa ma onyonko entwa edua wo so mani ntwadu wo enkrono kra na nya dia wo betwa wontie mi na wontie mi ye na mo share programming na metro the reason why ntia ane ye bedi sa nkomo yi na ewiase die onipadua bia no eno anu wotwa enti se why wadwene se wo de abiri bia no die obeye ne se obotwa nkofo nanti na obi gba no modern no wo de obeye ne se wo se nipa na brabo wo se nipa na tebia na o ma ne nkonkan a enya de a wo so beduru bi nti burofo no na ma type no me comment section as fefefe say if you did not recognize someone no one will also recognize you. Why am I saying this? Ye chebia na eye yewura na po obedina simpie so na me video na kire obeka kasa tra bi de to ho edfa ye papa Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ho na nsenya muso enchebia sa na omode ye eye yewura mahama emra ono so ote ayungwa no so ye keka nsem pi fa no ho especially hoops na doye one Captain Smart any friend say Paul Oduma ochiro say Paul Adum ochire omake kansem poto edifa ewura mahama ho a ene sankofo ikuriya san bi no say enya dia nsem omokan ni nia bie ni ho a eye ne kore na minu miswa no na mi wadwini bi say journalism for especially omo agentinte journalism work ho ebe kasema that is the fana wontie me ye misano that is how I thought and that's what I know say obi a journalist na obekasem before obi ho a na me free say na me medwene say sa ansem na nipa na kan ye no krotrodo until recently yeah me aso me share social media yewura a friend say kum chacha o say the New Jerusalem no na mbangu sa na ebi mu for ebi mu ye media work no for trending ebi mu so ye media work no for their stomach ebi mu so ye media work no in the name say audible dom ne political party a odi omachi but me kan abisusi say mutie nsem a Kevin Taylor anape mi ko tie ne kasa bi a wakafa Cheddar ho Kevin Taylor US ono na the CEO of Loud Silent Media, Loud Silent whatever. Wabeka nsem bia fa yewura Cheddar ho. Na metie nsem na me de kwadwundwuma na mutumi say ya no mode ye mahama. Man games media games. Eno mode ye yewura mahama. Mesrem adofo no mo share programming. Na ye hondo so mo share programming. Kindly share this program and let's reach our numbers and let's have this conversation together. Na ye reason together. Sa no mudi ye wura mahama. me say saa no mu de yewura maama omo ke kan sem poto de fa no and recently ya enche bia yewura Cheddar ono so yi ni ti se oba begina ama oman Ghana na ono so ni so ade hunu na wo no wotumi ade aboa na Ghana so etumi afa ne tempe fra no ena Kevin Taylor ni True Jonas oma hyase ni atemdidie ni kasa hunu evidence bia so nim omo kafa yewura Cheddar ho all because of say I don't know say die no mahunu wo Cheddar ho Kevin Taylor kasa obekan ni say yewura Cheddar opese ogina as a president no se nyame ye na adom ne so obedi president na ministers bay because they no person kan ni an say Cheddar ni obi a ogina ma no as a minister ni ministers ya he net say Cheddar wini a sa so called ministers ye omo parliament we sisi yi sankofu we ya no obesan de omo ayede obesan ede omo ewuru eye Ghana na the person kan ni an say sankofu yi omo ye corrupt ministers na according to Kevin Taylor ne kasa wo person wo kan ni a say some ministers they are already corrupt na yewura Cheddar so ensheda ninkofo a omugina as a ministerial positions into say Cheddar win election now how is it going to be possible ebe den na wotumi ewuru Ghana abra all this so called ministers omudan wate ayengwa isu edombebu oman no now so wo kan sa na ke mususi say wo kan sa wie no so ye bebunu ni bi intikade adwene ede enyansa kasa ede efutuo na ode bema yewura Cheddar na me kotie sa kasa na me say no and I'm going to make a video and I'll talk about it and I will also prove on my point say Kevin Taylor ukasa me no nya adwene because so wo se no ntima me ye nto ye mebunu ma me ye nto aba ne ma Cheddar na se yekotuma sa two party NDC ana MPP a enye sankofo kriya no mbesan ministers na no modan wa wo bi ma Kevin Taylor me bisa o nti se sa ministers ya no mo ho na ye to ama Cheddar na wo se Cheddar ni ministers a oba appoint na no ono mbe yadwuma na ye so call sa ministers ya no wa no wo sa no mko yadwuma nti ma me ye nto aba na mana si yatuma NDC a si yatuma MPP a sankofo kriya eno mo so wo ho a amusubu ni omo party si besan ewuru but me ka gbesisi say looks mum ye hwade bi wa ha oh say leader no obeye leader wona wo tumi no na wo tumi hihye mra enti sa question ni sa kasa na yewura Kevin Taylor eka no se yankopon ya dom ema yewura Cheddar Nana Kwame Bediako, the reincarnation of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Bediade na ono he has the right because ono no simpie no ogina so as a leader enti kwambia so a oba appointing the ministers na ono mbewuru Ghana no possible na onte say o metina ahengua no so ne de enya de a obetumi the appointing and say mpenifo kase mi se so obi ana se ni friend is obato eboabo a no ogina o de were ogina so I don't think say Cheddar sorry prekope enu o se oba be ye president dabi watna si LA foundation no I examine what is going on na opeso oba na oba implement nyoma na nyoma so tumi fa na kwemu oman ne betum pon a enye ni sa 2x4 nyoma bi a ye nuanom mienu yi omo ye yoda bi oman ni mpuntu ni dina industrialization all the development countries now developing nia no it is based on industrialization into some basha Kwame Nkrumah yewura Kwame Nkrumah osagefo doctor Kwame Nkrumah betna de so pe eno hunu say urban industrialization without power without electricity no there's no way we can able to run the industrialization and the very first thing Kwame Nkrumah ye say obede akoso modam because after say yewura osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah bedi akoso modam no pe ena o start with industrialization owie no so awie ho I say 1 man, 1 car, 1 man, 1 house. No, starting a state housing development. A tema community 2 bata kradia. A housing project. Oh, because originally nipa no say nipa no mo man no mo to ma. Your resources now, Nyankopon ade adom ye no, and so you will be able to make good use of it. But here is the case, sa etinimpo, sa adwenipa ya, yewura osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah nyai, no to yes o de betechire oman Ghana no. Yenemu bi mu ya antenase. Me kan yenemu bi amendeme. The satam na me papa no na me nanam na ewo ho ntino. Ntina me kan general no. I'm not going to blame this or that. But yemu bi mu to say ye nkofo yo motisu currently ya anti papa ya say any ye no. Enti say ye wura Cheddar ba na Cheddar say Obama eye development industrialization na san ya babiem na ke wo Manchester factory. Could you imagine say a country like Ghana till today no ka say sisi ye kra Manchester ye kra 2 pigs komo chale wote ye kra abra osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah making sure say ye nyankasa ye be bid ye nyankasa shoe factory akuma se ko sisi a shoe factory no e wo sisi a na enso matim ufuo yi say omo mpese Kwame Nkrumah ni industrialization ni the vision no ebetumi ayade akonkan na se wantumi acknowledge obi ne dia o de ne be ya da bi mpelifo kan omo sisi wa ma onyonkra ntwedu a enya dia so betwadu matim ufuo yi a ene omo tina se mpie su yi a omo tisu MPP aban enu mu tu Kwame Nkrumah firi su ya ene ye no ene ye ne a ni nia kombra no na nke yesi de odi akire no osua de odi anim na anamo enti se motu na wie mpa anamo na otu na nke ebo oman Ghana no nke mo follow na nke oman ntumi fa ne tempefra mo bai na mo gu ne nduma ni nia all because they say mo mpese Kwame Nkrumah ni nduma na obi ebie mpo no betena ho na ye chirimafo na ye ba nso yetumi abehunu de papa ne ye na enso ewiase ye se ne kuro ho yi ayeko na de obedua na de obeye bia no so no e de wanim etwen and the moment you say Kwame Nkrumah we over something years and but today Kwame Nkrumah has become relevant in all over the world. Obi ebonidin na matim ufo ya ene ya yi yewura na pose o may running mate benya akwanya bidina simpie so a me se meka da kasa we meka anko because e disrespect me brofo ni nyo nti me kasa bi na obesere me is over to you. It's very disrespect. So wo no obi abetwa sato esa wo twato na ene wo abenya kwanya wo abe minister ne se ene wo abenya kwanya nya abedina simpie so na kasa de obi fa mebunu no ho kasa de bi kire ye ya na obedina wo keka nsem bi a nsem hunu na meme yakotie Kwame Nkrumah ne kasa bi a okan no nti me caption no ma draw attention me kasa Kwame Nkrumah voice will never die, and it is true. Ye nyini kura ba no kura no kasa bi beda ho a na ye maame no mo de tonum say Kwame Nkrumah never dies, and it is true. Kwame Nkrumah will never die. Kwame Nkrumah will never die. Kwame Nkrumah enya de obewu adentia ye se tetrema oyi enya de pro eno na today Kwame Nkrumah odan wa tia se me pese ye koni ekotie nsem bi a Kwame Nkrumah ye wura Kwame Nkrumah osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah okan yentie ni mra na yentie ni mra.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world of contradictions. These contradictions, however, keep the world going. Let me explain what I mean. Ghana is a small but very dynamic, independent African state. We are trying to reconstruct our economy and to build a new, free and equal society. To do this, we must attain control of our own economic and political destinies. Only thus can we create higher living standards for our people and free them from the legacies and hazards of a colonial past and from the encroachments of neo-colonialism.
Abusia, Bama ya to aso ne yakuti na speech ni eyade a ewaye pa na mepese wo yiwa asum na utobo ase na utie kasa na yewura osagefu Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na wo kan o se ye boy homodin biara se ye be free ye ho free sa kunula friends a cake friends brofone ma hwe Kwame utie Kwame Nkrumah speech and to say yes, this man is a vision leader, a visionary leader. Because ne kasa wo kaninia no or my Africa, especially Ghana particularly, because we're Ghana no free Ghana. Inti no or can be say send ye be free you free san kwasum num every sa wo hiana enwanu bin mo person komo ye tenem. Nanso nipa desani eti Ghana tias fasasi we so anti papa yase ene ye no na ya na metie ni kasa ni bi wa na me ya no enisu atata me such a person owo abadaye ema ne man nek all press on my Ghana to me betumi afa ne tempefra nanso matem wo fu so mo ntenase all because of omuye fun kotokui omo dwene ne omo dwe ochena yenti kasa wo kando to aso yenti emla.
But we don't hear. At long last, the battle has ended. And thus, Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever. From now on, there is a new African in the world. That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Now I want you all, those who have hats on, to take off your hats and let the band play our national anthem. And from now on, that national anthem is the national anthem of the people to be played on all occasions.
Abusia, it is a wuti papa kasa no wo kan. Eni se de na all person command betumi afa ne tempefra na nso ni nyan bi man tinase. Na omosole yo mukuti anu bepim ne. Abusia, aya na oya sefim na oya yoye pa. Na ye ka bisi se mama ye homra ye homu so.
High life music.
Na oh my God, so intumi hwe ani je hwe osebo ana ekoso na enso enuanum bi ma antenase so enti say ye ka mesre pa se mama ye nya ye homra ye homu so na yenyi ye wura Cheddar na ono so ontumi mfa na ni so ade wura wanwu no ofema bua na oh my God, so entumi emfa ntempefra. So,
that day.
Oh.
And
Now, there has not been anybody in this whole politics in Africa. Only two people have walked on the streets to follow people to where they are going. Nkrumah and my mother. What are you talking about? All this nonsense that you have hanging around here. They sit down in cars, man.
Naturally, Forrest.
His dream was a strong and united Africa.
Coming to Ghana is merely postponed.
Political theorist and revolutionary, Kwame Nkrumah made a name for himself in 1949 when he founded the Convention People's Party and called for civil disobedience. The British colonial authorities threw him in prison. This was, paradoxically, the beginning of his political rise, and his party won the 1951 elections. Nkrumah was released from prison to triumphant celebrations in the streets of Accra and became Prime Minister of an autonomous government. 5 years later, he consolidated his power in new general elections, winning 3/4 of the seats and forcing London to concede the country's independence in 1957. The Gold Coast became Ghana, a member of the Commonwealth, and the first of Britain's African colonies to gain majority rule independence. But relations with the British Crown quickly soured after Ghana became a republic in 1961. As president, the Redeemer, as he was called, turned eastwards to the Soviet Union and China. He was ready to welcome any subversive movement and quickly became a potential adversary to Britain. But in Ghana too, the tide was turning against him. Dissenting voices were stifled, and Nkrumah became the target of at least 4 assassination attempts. Perhaps the pinnacle of Nkrumah's career came in October 1965, when he hosted most African heads of state in Accra for a summit of the OAU, a precursor to the African Union. This would be his last opportunity to explain his Pan-Africanism to his peers. The fierce anti-colonialist advocated cooperation between all people of African descent and for the political union of an independent continent. Nkrumah was overthrown in a military coup in 1966 on his way to China. The father of Ghanaian independence never returned to his homeland in his lifetime, living out the rest of his life in Guinea, where Sékou Touré gave him refuge. He died in 1972 in Romania, far from his beloved continent.
A special emissary to Ghana had told him why.
Fellow countrymen, my heart is heavy as I witness the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies. Open your eyes and look around you. See for yourself. See the splendid new Tamahau. See the mighty water dam. See the fine roads which we have built under the leadership of the Convention People's Party and its government. See the schools, the colleges, and the universities. See the clinics, hospitals, health centers, and the facilities which we have created. See the factories which are already springing up. These are no debts. These are not debts. They are investments in our future as an independent nation. These are the physical guarantees of the bright new future which I have promised you and I have been working for. Together, we can put our Ghana firmly and squarely on its own feet. Together, we can create the things we need for ourselves instead of going cap in hand for charity handouts from foreign powers whose only wish is to exploit us and make us vassals to their interests. I know these are hard and trying days for you. I have never tried to conceal from you that the real independence, that is to say economic independence, does not come without hard struggle and sacrifice. Unlike the cheats and deceivers, the liars and traitors who are now trying to lord it over you, I have never promised you any easy road. I have respected your good sense, your capacity for work, your pride in yourselves, and your sense of national dignity. Why do you think these traitors, these agents and lackeys of colonialism and of international intrigue to destroy the independence of Ghana, chose this moment to perform their dastardly act? I will tell you. Less than 1 month before they struck to destroy all our hard work, we had inaugurated the first electricity from the Volta Dam. Only 3 days before this treachery, we had signed a new agreement to irrigate the mighty Accra Plains. At last, we were on the threshold of a great new victory. We had in 1957 won our political independence after years of struggle. Now in 1966, we were at the threshold of winning our economic independence. The same people who tried to sabotage our winning of political independence 9 years ago have now struck to sabotage our economic independence and are systematically dismantling our socialist gains and achievements.
It is therefore a great honor and a great pleasure for me as President of the United States to welcome a distinguished citizen of a friendly country and also a distinguished citizen of the world, the President of Ghana, President Nkrumah.
Nkrumah had a problem that because of his agenda, people hated him. Those who hated really hated him. The opposition didn't like him in those days. Europeans, Western Europe didn't like him. So the conspiracy to bring Nkrumah down, not knowing that if you cut your nose, you're going to spite your face. We joined in to bring Nkrumah down and went systematically further to destroy Nkrumah's legacy.
But if you want to develop this country, you can't forget what Nkrumah did.
So the mistake they made was that they threw away the baby with the bathwater.
Exactly.
They overthrew the man and cancelled his ideas.
After the overthrow, people intend to make Nkrumah look devil. So even the factories were not allowed to function, so that people will remember Nkrumah. Let's allow it to spoil. Let's get it destroyed so that people will forget about Nkrumah. Because the more you enter into all these factories, the more you remember Nkrumah. We thought we were doing Nkrumah, now we are doing ourselves.
The forces of light will eventually overcome those of darkness, and truth will always prevail over falsehood.
Dr. Nkrumah, have you come to this conference to listen and to watch, or to raise points of your own?
I think I've come to listen.
Are there any points arising out of Ghana's first few months of independence which you will bring up? Any problems?
Yes, there are one or two problems, but there are points which I don't know whether they have to be raised at the conference or outside it.
Do you think that Ghana should serve as a model for other Commonwealth countries which desire independence?
Yes, particularly, you should set the example, to the other dependent territories which are at the moment trying to achieve their independence.
Do you have any views on H-bomb tests, Dr. Nkrumah?
I wish all these things would be stopped,
The Organization of African Union, created on May 25th, 1963 in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, was part of an effort to circumvent efforts by Kwame Nkrumah to build a single Union of African States. And instead, we come up with an Organization of African Union that codified the colonial borders that were created by Europe in 1884 and 85. We have to be able to break out of this, but it's going to take revolution in order to do this. African revolution. In order to do this, African revolution that will destroy imperialism and the world economy that's responsible for the growing immiseration of the masses of people around the world. Uhuru.
Before I move forward, listen to what Gaddafi said about Kwame Nkrumah. The great Gaddafi, listen to what he said. A generation who doesn't know about their history will always end up hitting their head against the wall. I normally start my program with greeting everybody, but today I don't have patience. My heart is broken. Respect, by the way, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. This is a message everybody must hear. The generation who refuse to learn about where they are coming from, that generation will always grow up arrogantly disrespecting the struggle and toil of their forefathers. I've been saying it consistently that if you are looking for arrogance in body form and you bypass the MPP government, from the head all the way to the ground, you will never find arrogance anywhere. I was right then, I am right now, and I'll be right tomorrow. In almost every country, there are people who always want to be the favorite of the president. So they speak to massage the ego of the president. This guy, Napo, is one of them. So arrogant. Today, politicians are looting this nation, squandering the public purse and living big and enjoying life because we had independence made possible by a man named Kwame Nkrumah. Napo should understand that the education he's enjoying today is because Kwame Nkrumah fought for this nation. Napo should understand that if not because of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Napo wouldn't have a job as a Minister of Energy. Before I get down into the right story, listen to what this market woman said. She said, if Kwame Nkrumah was alive to witness the things going on today, he would die again. Market woman. But educated man like Napo opened his mouth 90 degrees to disrespect the foundation of the freedom of this nation, Kwame Nkrumah. Napo has proven to the whole Ghana that education doesn't come with wisdom. We have people who are educated, but their engine smoke a lot. Like this guy. For those of you who don't know what is happening, NPP, the ruling arrogant party in Ghana, on their campaign mission, our Vice President Baolaya, who is at the same time in opposition running to become the president, he selects or elect whatever this guy as his running mate. So he went out to present this guy to the people of Ghana that this is my running mate. So we can say that a mate is picking another mate. We are still in the mate business. Before they got there, everybody know this guy Napo as a very arrogant person. So the chief Otumfo advised him to prove everyone wrong, that he is not arrogant as they say. Now they got to the campaign ground. The platform was given to him to speak. You see, I knew that NPP, whatever they did, that program, I know they will flop because the people don't know how to talk. The NPP squad, from the top to the down, they don't know how to talk. They talk anyhow. He opened his mouth. This is what he said about Kwame Nkrumah. I will translate it to those who don't understand. Don't worry, I will translate. Just listen to him.
What did the president who said the freestyle exercise Ghana from 1957? Ever can the new president be our work on a Cheddar Nana Kwame Bediako? 1957. Back on there, Kwame Nkrumah,
he said no government has been able to achieve more than what Akufo-Addo, Zacchaeus, the taxman. From 1957, nobody, including our Kwame Nkrumah, that's the word he used. In English, it will literally mean our so-called Kwame Nkrumah. That Akufo-Addo has achieved more than Kwame Nkrumah. Comparing Akufo-Addo to Nkrumah is like trying to compare the value of gold and rubber, and that too is not even close. What are you talking about? But who do we blame? How do we expect the younger ones to respect our heroes when some of the elders also are disrespecting them? We are blinded by tribalism to the level where we can't see and acknowledge the effort of our heroes. The impact of Kwame Nkrumah on this nation, Ghana, cannot be compared to anyone. From 1957 up till now, the NPP government, if we should divide the achievement of Kwame Nkrumah into 100, NPP cannot take one. The only thing they can take possibly is their toilet that they are building for the nation. I've been saying this always and I'll repeat it again. The greatest mistake of this nation will be to bring these two people to power. Ghana will regret it forever. Apart from sinking the nation economically, what exactly has Akufo-Addo done for this nation? Apart from free education without classroom and jobs after graduation, what else? Apart from visible looting and sharing, what else? Apart from family and friends governance, what else? Apart from building a manhole for God while people are dying at the hospital for lack of dialysis machines, what else? Apart from visible corruption, what else the Akufo-Addo government brought to us in this country? Apart from toilets that Baumia will be boasting about, what else? Akufo-Addo government cannot be compared to even Rawlings before thinking of Mahama and moving to all the way to Kwame Nkrumah. Before I move forward, listen to what Gaddafi said about Kwame Nkrumah, the great Gaddafi. Listen to what he said.
Since 1963, the hero of the African unity, Kwame Nkrumah, wanted to unify Africa since that time in one state, one government.
That is Gaddafi. Gaddafi classified Kwame Nkrumah as the hero of the unity of Africa. This is a man valued across the continent of Africa. And Napo yesterday, this one, wake up to open his mouth and disgrace himself, thinking he's trying to disgrace Kwame Nkrumah. MPP has gone to campaign. Kwame Nkrumah is trending. Wonderful. How can you compare Kwame Nkrumah? I hear Baumia saying that they have achieved better in terms of infrastructure than NDC. Let's put politics aside. Let's drop politics, everything. I'm not a member of NDC and I don't wish to be. But as a citizen who, by the virtue of my profession, I'm always at the construction side. NPP doesn't come close to NDC in terms of infrastructure. And if you cannot beat NDC in terms of infrastructure, because to you, the NPP, one Ghana card is better than 1,000 interchange, then how on earth are you guys comparing yourself to the great Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? What is the meaning of this nonsense in this country? Now put together with the NPP squad, the fact that you have to beg your own people to vote you again into power, it's simply a proof that you have failed because you are already in power. You don't need to beg your people to vote you. Looking at the work that you have done and your achievement, they should be able to determine if they should vote you or not. You don't need to tell them because they can look at your track record and then be persuaded by your track record, not your words. To the level where Napo have to disrespect Nkrumah just to gain votes. You guys, you are done. This is the height of it. So we start counting the record of Nkrumah, and even 1 hour will not live here. Let me touch just on few and drop yours. Drop the ones that I'm not able to mention. Drop it in the comment. If we should start from the schools, Fatima Girls Secondary School, Ghana National College of Cape Coast, Tetima Secondary School, Winneba Secondary School, Suedu Secondary School, Apam Secondary School, Doma Secondary School, Tema Secondary School, or a whole lot. We'll be counting and they will not live here. You have University of Cape Coast, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, which all of them are enjoying today. Kwame Nkrumah Institute of Economics and Political Science. You have Accra Polytechnic, which is now Accra Technical University. There are a lot of things we can mention. When we come to talk about factories, Aboso Glass Factory, we have Meat Factory, Wenti Tomato Factory. We have a lot of factories. You people, you came and destroy everything. We don't even have any factory in this country. We have Sugar Factory. We have numerous factories under Kwame Nkrumah. All those things are locked up because you people, you have chosen corruption over development. You have the Black Star Line with almost 15 ships. If we should move to state housing and hotel project, Laboni Estate, Kanda Estate, Osu Ringway Estate, Airport Residential Area, a whole lot. Guys, be adding it in the comment. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video so that we can push it. The people need to hear the message. I will not talk too much. People, add it in the comment. How do you compare Akufo-Addo to Nkrumah? Is something wrong? Guys, you see how our people are disrespecting the great Nkrumah in this country? If this guy was in the days of Kwame Nkrumah, he would have been part of those who betray him. Let me drop it. I'm even getting angry. If I should continue, I'll come and say something. Right?
Abusia, inti, you say, dear Dayeko, we are say Pitrim. Aha, na menu besi. Na uche sakasa we ni nechi. Nasa still, obakoso we disa ko fumi eni we yechia. Sebi nyame na meka wankasa fokwa adwini mu because omo ye konfu a over the years omo try so omo bo my Ghana form na omo ni adepa bia de ma my Ghana it is a wo hwem na wo timi a mama yen support Cheddar na ono so ne nisu ade hunu no ontumi emma na o my Ghana so entumi fa de tempefra aha na mede mu ni abesi ye wo hiro bibia na ehua onka mo medo bibia ase se unya ho abotre na ohwe me bepimsa me
Jacob Caesar Cheddar Woso kimane yo wasuntie saye bomua wonyentembie Woso kimane yo wasuntie saye bomua wonyentembie Nyame batre di ya fraye bipenwa nyani dinele wonam sanu mo franu mame mo fra Bediako Nana Kwame Bediako amane tija kojo mo franu mame